Second period action underway. Portions of the second period brought to us by Maddock Marine. Go Whalers, Maddock Marine. And Bill, what tell us about the shots here in the first period?
From what the players who were taking the stats up there for us, 35 shots for the Vineyard and 3 for Nantucket. So Nantucket's got to do a little bit better than that, get the shots off. And right now, here comes Arujo on a man down, a 2-on-1. Nice pass. He keeps the puck on his stick. And Holgate runs the Vineyard player into the net. So we'll get a face-off in front of Peter Bopp. So 31 seconds. Nantucket needs to get that puck off. Holgate took a hard slap shot, but the defenseman for the Vineyard blocked it with his shin pads, and Vineyard took off the other way with it. So hopefully we can get it back over the blue line and get a shot during the power play. Up to Davidson, off the skate of Mahoney. Mahoney does a good job and almost get it back. Shot down, and on it will be Phi. He gives it back to Holgate. Holgate looks up the boards. He's got Davidson. Davidson up the boards as well to his brother Natty. Natty sends it deep, and off. The Vineyard controls that somehow. Natty gets picked up. Somehow Nantucket got no shots on that power play, but they got the puck back in their zone, and Marlin flicks it up into the netting for a face-off.
Face-off coming up, brought to us by Congdon & Coleman Insurance, specializing in personal and commercial lines of insurance.
So Nantucket will change up, the Vineyard will change up, and back on the ice comes their #1 scoring line. Apparently they haven't scored enough to...
Well, you know, hockey is different from some of the other sports, you know. You just don't rest. You could, but you just don't sort of rest a whole unit for a whole period. Maybe the third period if the score gets higher, but you're still in the second period. It's still 4-1.
Right. And back on the ice is Joe Tallman. Big boy. He's put his weight on that one. Bopp saves. Arujo couldn't get the rebound, and Tallman's up in front of the net, looking to cover anybody that comes his way. Nantucket fighting Arujo, and on Finley is Arujo. And might have got him a little bit. He's trying to feel his face underneath his helmet. Finley again can't get the pass off from Phi. Finley goes behind the net, around. Tallman there, doesn't reach it into Kyle Muir's skates. He sends it back in the middle, and back in, flipped in by the Vineyard. They'll change up and give Nantucket a little break to get some ice. Deuce can't clear it out. He had Muir breaking, but something happened there. I don't know if he hit it off the Vineyard's leg, Vineyard player's leg, or what. But we almost got it over the red line, Dick.
Almost.
And Deuce takes a hit, Finley on it again. He can't get it up the glass. Another shot on Bopp and a save. 12:34 to go in the second.
Maybe if it's slow in here during vacation week coming up next week, some of us old timers come in, practice a little curling. Do they have any curling going on?
There was some talk about curling, but apparently the stones were so expensive they couldn't really get it off the ground here. But people wanted to try it.
Yeah.
Especially when the Olympics come on. It's not talking about it again.
Yeah.
Oh, that puck went through, but didn't go into the net. Looks like it bounced off the post and out. Bozeleri in on the puck. Vineyard player beats him to it. Bozeleri does a good job knocking it down. The younger Arujo, I think he's a junior, picks it up. Perry. Between the Perrys and the Arujos, there's quite a. I mean, you're going to have at least a basketball team, right? Over the years.
Over the years.
Definitely a hockey team.
A lot of competition. No, he
would have been offsides if he had a. Yeah. Nice play by Natty Davidson. And back in is Morgan Perry. Nice centering pass, wide open net, blocked by Marlin's back of his leg, I think. Good play by Marlin to see that chance, and Bopp again gloves one. Well, with 35 shots in the first period, he might get closer to 100 than 70.
Well, you do the math, and yeah, you're going to come out with over 100, right? Unless Vineyard changes their offensive game plan as you get into the third period. They haven't changed it here in the second period.
No, they want a few more, it looks like. And Nantucket's playing hard here. Not giving up, playing very up. I guess we got to quit talking about them scoring goals, but
yeah,
it seems to happen as soon as I bring it up. 5-1 Vineyard. Nice shot. Peter Bopp must have been screened on that. It didn't look like he moved to even get a piece of his body on the block.
Yeah, it came in high on the shoulder side. That was fairly similar, although this wasn't a backhand, fairly similar to one of their other goals, high on the shoulder side.
Okay. Staying over a stick side, not his glove side. Taken down by Phi was Frazier. Keeping him wide. Good play by Ethan Phi. Following the game plan. Keep him away from the net, and someone watch the guy in front of the net who's looking for that pass. Looking for the pass. Or making the pass. That's straight up to the slot there, and Rouge didn't get around to him. Phi's going to have to hustle to get that. He's going to play smart and not overcommit. Davidson sends it up. Quick shot. Another block by the defenseman. They're helping out their goalie quite a bit. And couldn't help him on that centering pass again. So Vineyard going up 6-1.
So the score goes up another notch here. Monday night, the hockey team will be back here on the ice going against Mashpee High. Channel 99 will be at the boys varsity game on Tuesday the 11th. The boys are playing Cape Cod Tech basketball. Games will be at the. We're checking on a time on that. Right now, there's a boys and a girls for Thursday at 5. I think one of them will be moved.
They wouldn't play both at the same time, right?
Well, it is a possibility if they play in the CPS gym. It all depends.
Yeah.
If you can
get the referees.
Get the referees and get the. If you have to have 2 sets of referees, yeah. And it would be if both teams want. But if you started that. You do play 2 games in there, but you got to get that varsity game started a little before 5. Sometimes they get it started at 5:10ish, and then the JV game gets rushed. But you don't want to rush a varsity game and start it. If it's going to start at 6:30, you got to really get it started to get them out of the gym to get that boat.
Especially with the playoffs coming, you don't want to rush anything.
No.
Peter Bopp couldn't get on that puck. Vineyard done a good job just sending the puck deep and sending one guy in to put some pressure on, and Phi doesn't see the pass. Can't get it up. Mahoney with it. Someone's going to pick up the open man. Marlin has it. Sends it up to Natty Davidson. Natty up to his brother Noah. Noah's got Holgate's it in and can't get it. And here comes the Vineyard again. Morley skating over. He's going to get a shot. Almost kicks off Peter's skate. Good thing he got a little bit on that. He tried to glove it and missed. Phi up the boards. Can't get it to Holgate. Holgate comes up. And they give it up to Arusha again. He's got Natty with him. Natty over the blue line. Got his brother in front of the net. Does a good job center it and kicked out by the Vineyard. And they'll ice it. 24 seconds left on the power play from Nantucket. On that penalty, it looked like it would have been a major because he hit him so hard from behind, but they just got a boarding call on it. And it's all the referee's judgment on that. But unfortunately for our players, we don't teach them to lay down there and look like they're...
Oh, you got to put a little acting 101 in.
Right. Nice check there by Kyle Muir, one of our seniors, and Nantucket's offsides here. But good rush by Nantucket. They put a little movement on it there. Playing with some enthusiasm, intensity. Again, Joe Tallman getting a shift. And back here on defense, Bozaleri and Deuce. And right around Bozaleri goes the Vineyard, Davies. Peter Bopp's able to get the stick down and save that one. And we're going to get another hook on Nantucket. And Parker Hall was coming out, but now that Nantucket's got to kill a penalty, they'll send out some more experienced guys. So Davidson 5, probably Davidson again, and Muir. Nope, Finley will stay out.
The hockey team has 2 more games the following week at home. We'll be at the game on the 17th, 5 o'clock against Pope John. That's Monday the 17th, and the final game of the season is Wednesday the 19th against Sacred Heart.
And some of these games are our level teams, so we should have a chance against the next 3 Division III teams that are coming to Nantucket. Mashpee. Oh boy. They definitely have that figured out. He put that puck right on his stick, and he knew he was wide open. And that again, 7-1, and they still got their first line on the ice. So.
Yeah, that was an easy goal there. Great pass, and he put it home. Remember the Nantucket Booster Club? They meet the first Tuesday of the month. Tuesday, March 4th will be the next meeting. The Booster Club feeds all these teams. The Booster Club will be buying pizzas for the Vineyard team after this game.
Nantucket might start pushing around a little bit, but.
Yeah, you're getting to the frustrated mode now. You get to be 7-1.
But I don't know if they want to get into a game like that with the Vineyard. They got some size to them and the skill levels. No, they're not going to call that, are they? Oh, yeah, they are. All right. Well, I guess we're going to call every penalty today. We're not used to getting every penalty called, but today we're going to get them, and not much you can say about that. Refs do a good job doing what they do, and I'll leave it at that.
One more thing I wanted to mention about curling. I was listening to a sports radio talk show, and the announcer said any sport where you can drink a beer and play is a good sport. So let's get curling going.
Yeah. Do they have someone serving? Do you have to tip the waiter?
Yeah.
So Vineyard on the power play again, and they'll put in a different line this time. So maybe Nantucket will get a chance to ice it out of there. And here comes Muir. Yeah. Keep it up.
Well, you saw those girls walking in holding the signs for which country it is. They'll be walking in. Herman, party of 4.
Yeah.
Tenorovich, party of 6.
Lane 1, just like bowling, right? You got lane 1, lane 2. I imagine building sheets is something that must take some talent, some money to build that type of a stadium.
Yes.
So Nantucket killing the penalty still, and Holgate takes a shot on one of their guys. You better just watch out for them sending someone deep, and there they go. They know what to do when they know Nantucket's changing up. Bozelario will go back, get it over to Davidson. 13 seconds on the power play still for the Vineyard, and Nantucket will dump it. Perry will go in hard on it, try to hold it up in the back of boards and kill the rest of the penalties. 4 seconds, and he's done his job. Still at his feet. Good job by Perry. And now Nantucket's even again. Vineyard breaking it out. Arujo's still on the ice. So
I'd be really surprised and upset if he gets a lot of ice time in the third period. I can see him give him the second period here, but not the third.
Especially with Nantucket doing what they're going to do here. They're not going to just go down lightly. They're going to play hard right to the end but whistle. Oh, that'll be a nice maybe. Icing. So another face-off down in Nantucket's defensive zone.
No waiting for your prescription refills. Phone ahead with your prescription refill numbers. We'll have your order waiting for you to arrive. That special number is 228-6416. Island Pharmacy. Nobody does it better. 228-6416. Your prescriptions will be waiting for you when you arrive.
Well, we seem for an afternoon game. We have a decent crowd here.
Yeah, I was interested, and you're right. The people have shown up for this.
They try to go up top shelf there. There is a big group of youth hockey teams going away today playing, so that'll leave a few people that usually would be here away. The youth hockey team, one of them's made the state playoffs, so that's exciting, the sport level.
Yes, it is.
I think it's one of our first times we actually made it through the play down. It's quite a complicated system, but Nantucket started getting into it the last 4 or 5 years, and this is their first team that actually made it through the qualifying rounds.
Now, what age level is that?
I think they're 9, 10, 11, or 8, 9, 10. They're
so
young.
Fifth and sixth graders in.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Or maybe even younger than that, but in that area.
Fourth, fifth. Well, I mean, that's great training, great learning for kids that age to be able to compete and go against elite squads, you know?
Yep. They had a few teams get to play on the Boston Garden Ice this year. They played up in the Marlboro tournament, which is a huge arena with 6 sheets of ice on it. And another shot on Peter Bopp, and he knocks that one down. And 5-16, 7-1, Vineyard controlling still. Nantucket not giving up, playing with some heart. Bopp again, another save.
The rotating schedule in the Cape and Islands basketball pits the All-Star game on Nantucket this year.
Oh, nice.
It'll be March 8th. The other 6 schools in the league will send their boys and girls over, so there'll be 2 games on March 8th and Saturday.
The boys and girls All-Star?
Boys and girls All-Star games at Nantucket.
And we should have a couple representatives from Nantucket?
Yeah, each team usually gets from 2 to 4, you know, depending on the voting. Everybody gets representative. And
well, I see the boys, some names there, they're doing quite well. Riley Fusaro, Will Ferreira.
Yeah, he had 9 3-pointers there last week, 28 points in the game, 9 3-pointers.
You get hot like that, you give them every shot, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that was a big game. Reading the newspaper article that Nantucket, that's a big win for them. Bristol Plymouth, I believe it was.
Yeah, that was what a swing that was. I mean, they lost to Bristol Plymouth early in the year by some 20-odd points, and then they turn around and beat them by 20-odd points. It's amazing and have that much of a swing in one season.
Right. And good to see that the Nantucket boys could actually pull that off. Here comes Parker Hall, our goal scorer. He's going wide. See what he can do. Gets knocked off the puck. Holgate comes in and gives his 2. And Marlon's being held, but had to pull his elbow pad back up. And nice play by Deuce to hang out with Araujo. And Muir knocks him off the puck. He skates by him though. Again, nice play. You can't center it. Nice block there.
Big save.
Davidson gets it up to Muir. Muir's got 1 to beat. 1-on-1. Goes wide. Comes in. Runs into the goalie a little bit. Deuce centers it back deep. So we got a little bit of offense here. Araujo back. Finley with him. Another wide shot for the Vineyard. Long rebound. Too many men on the ice, but they didn't get caught on it. They were changing up, and the puck ended up by the door. Deuce up to Davidson. Davidson can't get it by to Finley. Back to Deuce. Deuce has got Natty Davidson with him. Can't get it out. He gets it out of the zone. Finley can't pick it up. Davidson fighting for it. Oh, Finley's going to get called for that. And Vineyard wanted to get their goalie out for that delayed penalty, but goalie just said, it's too far for me to skate. Just sat there.
No. When you got a 7-1 lead, you're not going to put that much energy into getting yourself off.
He knew better.
Power play coming up. Nantucket Airlines. We're all about the island. 228-6234 for reservations.
Well, I saw Jamaica had their bobsled team back as well. That was good. They said they didn't make it last year. Someone stole their equipment. They lost their luggage or something this year. It can't be too easy for them, right? Nice play by Phi. Get it up the boards to Holgate. Get a little collision here. Holgate, puck at his skates.
Well, the guy that carried the American flag in, 37 years old, and said he's playing in the 6th Olympics. So he had to do some Summer Olympics because the math doesn't go. You can't.
You can't make it.
You can't compete when you're 13 or 14. I know they did have one time to get them off track. It was a 2-year split, but that even goes back 22 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he competed when he was 15.
But it's was it Nordic or something like that he competes in?
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all those.
So
those events.
Could have competed in the Summer Olympics in archery. Do they have archery?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He must have did something in the summer one year. You know, you think back to when the Olympics get started. You know, back in the 1800s. you know, it's certainly the sport of the rich. You know, the kings were introducing sports, and you know, how do they come up with the sport? Well, maybe the king of Norway's son was a good skier, but he also owned a gun. So let's have an event. Let's have an event where my son can ski into the woods and shoot a gun. What are we going to call it? You know,
the combined, right? Nordic combined. But I did hear one of the ice hockey players for Canada also played softball in the Olympics and won a gold, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's something to win in the modern times, in the summer and winter Olympics, yeah, and win a gold on a team sport.
Well, yeah, a team sport is certainly a lot easier to get a medal.
Right.
You know, because you know, a softball team, I don't know how many they have, but you assume they have at least 14 or 15. You know.
Right.
Some number like that. So you don't have to be a star. You don't even have to be a starter. You know, you're on the team. You play an inning here, or you back up there, and your team gets a gold. You get a gold medal for it.
Yeah. So both the centers got waved off on that for not getting their sticks down on the ice correctly. So Davidson, nice play by Davidson to knock him out. Muir coming up with ice, tries to sneak it, and nice. Ref called it okay from that angle. Kyle Muir skating hard, Finley with him. Davidson takes wide, knocks it back up. Muir with it. Skating deep. Oh, poke checked off, and Nantucket's got to wait for people to clear. And we're going to call him for offsides, but they clear. No icing. Waved off because of Nantucket not getting onsides. And not much of a breakout there. Everybody coming up the same side. And we'll get an icing call on the Vineyard.
Oh, there's another one.
A rare shot on goal by the Whalers.
Yep, and we got a goal.
Hey!
And that's Derek Marlin from Ryan Holgate on that one. Another twosome that's paired up for a lot of goals over the years here for Nantucket. Ryan Holgate took a shot to the head on that, but made a nice pass.
So Derek Marlin gets his first goal of the night, and Nantucket cuts it to 7-2.
And here comes Marlin again, being hooked by Arujo. It's knocked off the puck. Holgate coming in, and see if Phi can keep it in. It does. Up to Marlin, 20 seconds left. See if they can bring him one more in. Back to Phi. Been talking to Phi all year. He needs a goal.
Oh, wow.
He's got a heck of a shot. Every practice he's working on it. But,
there you go, baby.
Oh, nice play. And that puck almost snuck through. Larry got an assist last game. Almost gets a goal this game.
Almost went through the right.
That would have been a career day.
That was a nice screen there, but it just hit the goalie's pad. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. Just hit his pads there and didn't squeak through.
Good offense for Nantucket at the end of the period. Hopefully they come into the third and keep this one within reach.
Something to build upon, right? Especially if they can win the faceoff and you get another quick shot.
Carry on it, and Marlin sends it deep, and that'll do it for the second period. Nantucket trailing at 7-2.
So we'll take a short break and be back with third period action.
All right.